Well, it's Tuesday, and there's not a whole lot going on. In fact, I'm not even leaving the house because all the orders that came in showed up after midnight eBay's time or whatever, and the ones that have to go out next day, well, those are a big part of that. So I'm home all day. Great. I got a lot of stuff to get done, and also it is 9 degrees out and still snowing. I don't want to leave the house, but it's not terrible. It could be worse because I guess downstate, New York City, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, they're getting buried with snow. I saw some reports that said that there's over 35 inches of snow, which is nuts. That happens here rarely. I mean, we get a lot of snow, but when it's all that snow at one time, well, we know up here, up in the north, how much that can suck. So if you're getting snow, let me know how much you got down below. But I bought something awesome that we're going to look at really quickly before I get into some of the eBay stuff. And then we'll talk about an issue it's not an issue, but it might be. I don't know. I'll let you guys chime in and let me know. So I go to Home Depot every now and then, and I pick up these boxes. This is the extra large. Sometimes I grab the large, maybe a couple mediums that I want to have on hand, because every now and then I get something that's just huge and needs to be shipped out, and I don't want to stock, 25 or 50 of these if I buy them in bulk. But when I walked into Home Depot, I saw something on sale, and I couldn't control myself. Now, if you're into retail arbitrage, this might even be something you want to look at. So this is the Weber 30-inch slate, and I wanted this really bad last year. However, brand new, I want to say this thing was like $799, and I am not spending $800 on a griddle, even if it is a Weber. But when I walked into Home Depot to pick up that box, there were 4 of these right in the front, and they were on sale for $338 and change, which is nuts. So I couldn't control myself. I bought it, and now I can't wait to use it. Summer is going to be awesome this year. But if you're into retail arbitrage, you might want to look into this. If your Home Depot has them, you could probably flip these for $500 to maybe $600 locally once Home Depot is out of stock. They still carry the smaller, I think, 26-inch version, which doesn't have the drawers. It's missing one of the casters. It's got like a post there and then 2 wheels on the side. Much smaller, but I want to say that one is $600 new. So if you can scoop a bunch of these up, they might be worth flipping. If you caught my live the other day, I put up, it was yesterday, I just started going through a couple of these glass items that I have laying around the house. I got a cabinet in the garage with just tons of random glass things, and I want them gone. So I started listing a whole bunch of them. Got some tea up there too. And they're not really high valued ones, except this one might be worth something a little more than what I originally thought, because I can't figure out what it is exactly, but based on the values of the rest of these over here, this one could be worth a little more money. So I also had a bunch of these random Absolute vodka bottles in the back. And the thought was these would be worth some money down the road because they say limited edition. So that means they're going to be worth a ton of money, right? Well, probably not. And, well, they aren't. These are the unique edition ones. And each one of these back in the day, I think, had some sort of randomized pattern on them. So I'll probably lot these 2 up. I don't think they're going to sell for very much. The cities, the Los Angeles, Miami, Brooklyn, will lot those up as well. Still not going to go for a lot. There is one, is it Romero Brito? I can't think of the guy's name, but I had 2 of them. And those actually go for, I think, $50 to $75. But the one I thought was going to be worth the money, it's sitting here in the light box because I thought about taking photos of it, and then I looked it up, and it's not really much. I'll throw something up here on the screen, but this is the Andy Warhol limited edition. And my guess is everybody else bought this thinking it was going to be worth a whole bunch of money because there's like, I don't know, 40 or 50 listed, maybe 5 to 7 sold. Not great. So it's probably going to either go back in the cabinet or it's going to end up in the donation pile that I forgot to drop off yesterday. And it's still sitting in my truck. But some other stuff, I didn't list this one yet. I don't know who makes it, but this was part of the glass that I found buried in that cabinet. As was this little swung vase here. It's a little tiny one, nothing too crazy. It's got some manufacturing defects in them, but we'll probably put this one up in the store soon. Another vodka bottle that I think is going to be worth about $20. It's Anastasia. I want to say there's none listed, none sold, but if you go to the eBay research, going back to like 3 years, there was like a $20 sale. I can't remember exactly, but really cool bottle. Don't know. That's why I kept it from 25 plus years ago. Another couple pieces back here that I weren't sure who made them. I didn't list them yet. Is this guy right here? This random vase, the chrome holder. This one that has, unfortunately, a broken piece here on the top. So the stopper was clearly busted off at one point, and someone tried to sand it. It's slightly smooth, but you can tell that it's broken off, and it's a little unfortunate. This one here is Italy, made in Italy. It's got some very small, I see it right there, a really small chip. Now, I think there's one listed for like $250, and I listed this a few years ago. I ended up pulling it from the store and throwing it in the cupboard downstairs in the basement. So I don't know what I really want to do with this. I don't want to ship it because it looks like it's probably going to break, but I don't know. If anybody knows what that thing is or what any of these are, drop a comment. Let me know. And another live that I did, I don't do lives very often. I'm still trying to figure it out because this camera I'm using, the Osmo Pocket 3, for whatever reason, it just drops its USB connection. You got to reset it and then connect back to the video, and it's kind of a pain. But I went through a whole pile of Nintendo Power magazines that I have over here from the greatest estate sale that I've ever been to. And a few of the things I took out that I'm going to get listed. And I don't know why this one's here. I must have thought it was worth some money. You can see it says Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Top Secrets. It is still sealed, kind of, right there. So I hope that helps. Another cool piece is this Nintendo Power here. 50 issues, 5 years. And there's a member pin. I can hold it from the back to keep it straight. That's really cool looking. And the other piece from that pile, I'll probably list some more of that stuff this week. But this is I just saw it on the thing inside here. It says, send me Nintendo Power magazine. It says, you're holding a sample of Nintendo Power. The real thing is magazine size and contains 100 power-packed pages per issue. Really, really cool. This can go for some decent money. I want to say someone had, I found it in the live, I was going through eBay, and somebody had they had one of these graded for like over $1,000. But it's unfortunate because it's got a little hole punched in the top over here. It's still in pretty decent condition. It was clearly red. And right here it's got the wizard, Fred Savage. And then what's really cool is this picture here, the World Championships 1990. And then inside it's got a whole bunch of different stuff about other games, like DuckTales, NES Satellite, the Power Glove on the back here. Really, really cool. So these are going to get listed today. And then I bought some stuff from a Whatnot auction. I've got more coming, actually, from Chris over at Buck Mountain Barn. I got into his Whatnot show way too late, and I missed a lot of the good stuff. I was hoping to get Night Trap on Sega CD. He had some other really, really cool things, but I did buy a few things, so we'll see how that comes out when they show up. These are all Japanese, and I think I paid like $5-6 for these things. I can't remember the person's name, but they're all Japanese Wii games, so I've got no way of testing them. I'm not sure how or if you can modify a Japanese or like a US Wii to play Japanese games. Even Wii Sports Resort. Everything's there. All the inserts, the discs are nice and clean. Mario Kart Wii, and in the back, it's all Japanese. It's interesting how they put Mario Kart Wii in English on the front. And then even on the disc itself and the manual, and the rest of it's Japanese. But then with this game, is this like Super Smash Brothers? I can't think of what this game is. I remember seeing it, but this one's completely Japanese. So I'll probably lot these up as a whole. Just lot them up as 3 Japanese only. Make sure I put that all over the place so that nobody buys them and tries to come back and say it doesn't work on their system. Another thing I'm going to sell is this here's an older AM4 system. And it only had 8 gigs of RAM in it. And I put, I put 16 or I put 32 in there. Well, RAM's nuts right now. It's absolutely insane. And I pulled out these 2 4-gigabyte chips that we're going to list. So 4 gig sticks a piece, probably not going to bring that much. If they were 8s or 16s, you're going to get a lot more. Because RAM prices are insane right now. Just to get, my other computer, my main computer in my office is an older X99 build. And I went crazy with that one 11 years ago. It still works with Windows 10, does not want to upgrade to Windows 11. I got to put a TPM module on the board if I do go that route, which I probably won't. But I wanted to build a new AMD AM5 system. And 16 gigs of Corsair Dominator is like $600. If you get the video cards and you're looking at, a good one for video editing, and if you want to get to the NVIDIA, the RTX, they're even down to the 30 series. They're $4,000, which is nuts. So I was going to get a 9070 XT Radeon card, which is still the one I'm looking at. It's still $800, which is crazy. So probably not going to build a system anytime soon. We'll keep this one going, and I'll keep the one in the office going as long as I can. But I've got no use for these two 4-gig sticks, so they're going to be sent on their way and listed on eBay. All right, now lastly, there is something weird going on. Back in December 23rd of 2025, I sold, I'll put a picture up here on the screen, I sold this John Deere toolbox. And it went for $349.99 plus shipping, December 23rd. That was a while ago. It got to where it was going here in like North Dakota, and on January 2nd, it was out for delivery. It says they were unable to deliver the package. It's on its way to a UPS access point, and it's going to be, it says next business day for you to pick up. Well, a few days later, January 5th, they loaded it back on the truck. They attempted delivery again. And for whatever reason, they could not deliver this package. So that was December 5th. Now, I don't know how long exactly they can sit at a UPS center or a customer, an access point before, they send it back to you. I know they'll send it back to you. So on January 11th, I don't know if it's 7 days, a week, 2 weeks. I'm not sure exactly how long it sits. But January 11th is the last update on this tracking info. And it says the package remains at the UPS access point location and is reaching the maximum days allowed to be held. So when I saw this message, I've been checking the tracking because I want to make sure this thing's delivered. It's $350. I went ahead and messaged the buyer. Typically, I won't message the buyer, hey, where'd this show up yet? Because you can just open up a can of worms if you do that. They did not get back to me, and there's been no update since January 11th. Now, my guess is because my return address is a P.O. box, and this is UPS. UPS won't ship to P.O. boxes. So maybe because they won't ship it back to me because it's a P.O. box, it's just sitting there. I don't know. What should I do? I'm not going to message the customer again. I've already tried to reach out to them once and I got nothing from them. So maybe I reach out to UPS. I don't know. What would you do? Do I put myself in this position where I got to pay to ship it back, refund the customer, and then I lose the shipping money to get this thing back to me? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure what to do. And I've been selling on eBay since I was a teenager in the late 90s. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. It's everything I've shipped that's been, out for delivery, and then they tried again. They usually always delivered. They did always deliver because I've never had this happen before. So I don't know what to do in this situation. Do I just let it ride, and do I reach back out to the customer, or do I reach out to UPS? Do I try to get the thing back? I don't know. Let me know what you would do if you've ever been in this position before. All right, it's going to be it for this video. So make sure you like, subscribe, check out my Facebook page if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.